Have you ever looked at your old art and thought, wow, I've come a long way? I'm going to redraw my 2019 art to see how far I've grown. In 2019, I graduated high school, thinking college was the next step. I had this whole plan in mind: study, graduate, and maybe land a job that felt secure, but life doesn't always follow the plan. Instead of college, I ended up working as a graphic designer. At first, I thought it could be fun, but after a year, I realized it just wasn't for me. At that point, I was still drawing, but just for fun. I've been drawing my whole life, as long as I can remember. I drew all the time, but I didn't take it seriously. It was just something I loved doing when I was bored or when I wanted to escape reality for a bit. My first time drawing digitally was when I'm 16. After 3 years, I wasn't improving that much. I'd just draw whatever looked cool at the time, like most of my drawing were just high school characters. Sometimes I'd even take pictures of myself and trace over them, because why not, right? I didn't have access to fancy art software, so my phone was the only thing that I used. But everything changed at the end of my first year of high school. I entered an animation competition. I didn't expect to win, but I did. And with the prize money, I bought a laptop. Still, I didn't have a pen tablet, so I kept drawing on my phone, or just take a picture that I drew on paper and then trace the picture on my laptop, or I just borrow the pen tablet from school whenever I could. But finally, in 2018, I won another competition, this time for web design. I don't know, I was so lucky back then. So, with the prize money, I bought my first pen tablet. And at that moment, I feel like it's a big win. I finally had the tools that I needed. But here's the thing: instead of focusing on drawing, I wasted my time. I skipped school a lot. I hung out with my friends a lot, and I didn't take art seriously at all. And honestly, that's one of my biggest regrets. I look back now and think, man, if I had just put in the effort back then, maybe I'll be further along by now. By 2019, I was working, and even though I didn't have much free time, I still found moments to draw. I knew deep down that I love it. I just had to learning the hard stuff like anatomy, perspective, lighting and shadows, all those things. I kept avoiding them. I just wanted to draw cool stuff without grinding through the boring parts. Then came 2020. I hit a point where I thought, okay, if I'm serious about this, I need to go all in. So I quit my job, and even I sold my motorcycle that I worked hard for it. It was tough, man. I really loved that motorcycle, but I love drawing more. At first, it was fun. I'd spend hours in my room drawing, but the longer I isolated myself, the harder it got. Being alone all the time messed with my head. I'd draw for hours and then suddenly question everything. After 2 years, I burned out. I just stopped, and I don't know how, but I got a job, and then I just stopped drawing for a year. It's not like completely stopped. I would still draw sometimes, but like after a year, I just quit again, and then I'm back with a different mindset this time. Like I told myself, like now I will just focusing more on my enjoyment. I will enjoy the process more, not just the end result. And if I learn something in these 5 years, except from that mindset thingy, you can skip the basics. If you feel stuck, ask yourself, have you really learned the fundamentals? Can you confidently draw basic shapes and forms? Can you visualize simple objects in 3D space? If not, it's okay, just step back and relearn everything. Trust me, it's worth it. Let me show you something. This was my art at the start of this year, and this is my latest art. The improvement might not look huge to some people, but to me, there's a progress and that's good enough. I'm planning to push even harder in 2025. I'll draw even more, experiment more, and try a lot of new things. But for now, I'm happy where I'm at. If you found something helpful in this video, I don't know, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how long have you been trying. Anyway, see ya.